friends, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you two new Chanel makeup collections. One is going to be the new Chanel Les Beiges Healthy Winter Glow makeup collection. I'm going to show you my picks from this makeup collection. And then the other collection that I wanted to talk about and that I wanted to show you is the new Les Nuits de Chanel makeup collection. These are two separate makeup collections that Chanel launched simultaneously in the beginning of the year in Europe. Now, the new Les Nuits de Chanel makeup collection is not the spring makeup collection from Chanel. They are going to have a separate spring makeup collection. In case you're interested, I'm going to have a link to a video that I did on everything that you can expect from Chanel for this spring season. So in this video, I'm going to show you all of the products that I picked from these two makeup collections. I'm going to tell you what the collections include, and I'm going to do some comparison swatches. I'm going to give you close-ups of the products, and then I'm going to use some of the products on my face. And if you enjoy beauty talks, please take a moment to subscribe. I would love to welcome you to our beauty community. And if you're returning, welcome back, dear friends. I know that a lot of you who are based in the US have already tried the new Chanel Les Beiges Healthy Winter Glow makeup collection, because this collection launched unexpectedly in the US in the end of 2023, which was a big surprise because it was supposed to launch in the new year. As I'm talking, I'm going to be showing you close-ups of the products, and I'm going to be inserting some footage of the products so that you can see and make an informed decision for yourself if you want to add anything to your makeup collection or not. And the new Les Beiges Healthy Winter Glow makeup collection is the first Chanel Les Beiges makeup collection that is dedicated to the winter glow. A lot of the Chanel lovers already know that Chanel's Les Beiges makeup collections were celebrating the summer skin, the summer glow, the healthy, lightly bronzed skin like you've just been outside in the sun. And right now Chanel for the first time are celebrating the winter skin. I think that it's a brilliant idea from Chanel to celebrate the winter skin, because I think that in the summer we usually have this more natural healthy glow anyways, but in the winter time this is the time when our skin usually is going to suffer a little bit more. It's going to become more dry, more sensitive, because we're outside. Outside is cold, windy, and the skin is suffering more or less. And then when we go inside, we are close to air conditioning, so hair, skin, they usually suffer a little bit. And I'm very happy that Chanel decided to dedicate the whole collection to making the skin glowy, beautiful, so that we can enjoy this absolutely gorgeous skin, gorgeous complexion, overall healthy looking makeup also in the winter time. So bravo to Chanel's makeup atelier. I'm really happy with this collection. For this collection, of course, they released 3 new primers, which are called Healthy Winter Glow primers. I decided to go for Icy Beige. I'm going to make sure to swatch them all, and in one of my next videos or on Instagram I'm going to make sure to show you swatches of all 3 primers, because I already saw them in store. They are absolutely beautiful. I think that the most beautiful one for my complexion personally is going to be the Icy Beige. I'm going to show you how it looks on my skin in a minute, and then we're moving on to the beautiful eyeshadow palette from this makeup collection. Now, the eyeshadow palette is called Cool. I really like the colors of this eyeshadow palette. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit more as I finish doing my makeup, because I pulled out some eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection that I want to show you in comparison to this one. Like, I have 2 other Les Beiges eyeshadow palettes that I wanted to compare. One is in light, which is really the coolest eyeshadow palette from the Les Beiges line. And then the other one that I wanted to show you is tender. I have a few palettes that I want to show you, so this is going to be at the end of the video. And then for this collection, Chanel also released Healthy Winter Glow blushes, and I decided to pick only one shade. This is Rose Polar, because I think that this is the one that is going to suit my skin tone the best. I usually go for coral and more orangey blushes, but this time for the winter time I find that on my skin tone the pink blush just looks so lovely and so beautiful, and this is the shade that I have chosen, and the texture is really nice. This is a firmly pressed powder, but it has some sheen, and they actually developed a new brush, and a lot of you probably know of this Half Moon brushes from Chanel. They usually come with their powders and some of their blushes, but right now the brush is a little bit more dense. I usually love these brushes from Chanel because they are very handy for traveling, but now they worked even more on the brush, and it's really, really good quality. This is a brush that I'm going to use even if I'm not traveling, because it's a little bit more dense and it's slightly angled. It definitely has more hairs, and I think that it's going to be excellent for blush application. You can even use it for powder application. I've already tried it and I have loved how they developed this brush. Then they also have some new lip balms, which I really like. I'm going to purchase one of the lip balms. And then we're moving on to the new Les Nuits makeup collection from Chanel. Currently, this makeup collection is available in Europe. It is going to be available in the US and in other countries in the end of January or the very beginning of February. But still, check with your Chanel counter and with your Chanel boutique, because some Chanel boutiques I know are selling this one in advance. Les Nuits de Chanel is a makeup collection that is celebrating the smoky eye look, and Chanel wanted to create an eyeshadow palette that is going to suit all needs. People who are like me and who like more natural makeup looks and who don't like this very editorial, very dark, very heavy smoky eye look, and for people who like this really intense smoky eye look. So this is an eyeshadow palette that is very versatile. The colors are beautiful. You can use it every single day, because now these two colors here can be used on a daily basis, just like one and done eye colors all over the eyelid. I think that the color combination of this eyeshadow palette is truly beautiful. We're going to have a look at this eyeshadow palette compared to some other iconic Chanel eyeshadow palettes that we think might be similar, and I have been discussing with some of you. There are also two new eyeliners, Stylo U Waterproof, and I have decided to choose one of them because I really like it. It's number 76 and this is the most beautiful soft brown color, and I'm definitely going to get a backup of this one because I really like them. I love the quality of these Stylo U Waterproof from Chanel. And now let's go ahead and try everything on my face. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a small amount of the primer, and this kind of primers usually look very beautiful also if you apply lightly under the eyes because they help to reflect the light. I'm going to go ahead and apply this product all over my skin, but if you want, you can use them for targeted glow. Yesterday I tried using this product on top of my makeup just to add a little bit of luminosity, and it added such a beautiful glow to my face. Now Dior are releasing a very similar product. I'm going to show you a photo here, which is already available in Europe. Of course, I ordered one of these. They come in 5 different colors. They are going to come out with new highlighters as well, so I'm going to review those for sure. Next, moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using my Numéro 1 de Chanel foundation, and I'm going to apply a little bit of foundation just here and there. I like that the primers don't make my skin oily, they just add beautiful glow to the face, but they don't make my skin oily. I have to say that I'm not a huge fan of primers, but this one I really love it and I would definitely repurchase it because I have never used a primer that I actually want to use, and this is the second day that I'm using this primer. It just works so beautifully. It really does make my foundation look so much better, especially now in the winter time. I don't know how it's going to be in the summer, but why not use this one in the summer as well? It just makes everything so smooth, perfected, beautiful. I don't even have powder, so imagine if I even put a little bit of very finely milled loose powder. I have a video here where I show you how to create a very flawless look and erase pores and imperfections. So I show you a powder technique that you can use here, but right now I don't even feel the need to use powder because I'm not sure how the camera is going to show the skin, but in real life it looks so perfect. It looks very, very beautiful. And yesterday when I was using this, I immediately got compliment one from a friend of mine that my skin looks amazing, and it does look amazing really with this primer. Okay, next I'm going to use the blush, and I really, really like it. I can't wait to show you how this looks on my skin because I tried it yesterday and the sheen is so beautiful. So this is not a powdery blush. The formula is firmly pressed. I like to tap it right here because you can swipe if you want to, but I did not apply any setting powder, and that's why I just like to tap it a little bit because the brush has enough density here, and it gives me a more perfected, more airbrushed effect that way. But if you want, if you applied powder, you can also swipe. I don't want to swipe at the moment. I just want to tap, just so that I can get a more dough-like effect. And you're going to see now probably that this blush, applying this blush, doesn't take away the glow from my face. It just looks, it gives a very youthful skin. And this is my perfect winter blush color. Yesterday when I used it for the first time, this blush, I remembered that actually when I was a child, when I would go out and play in the snow, actually my cheeks would get exactly this kind of color. It's very subtle, it's very beautiful, and I don't want to buy any of the other two blushes just because this one, I know that even if I buy them, I'm going to be using only this one. I'm going to swatch the other two colors for you next time when I go to my Chanel counter. Please follow me on Instagram because it's very easy to communicate there in stories, sometimes on a daily basis. Sometimes it's very easy to just pop in stories and communicate with you. On my lips, I'm going to use a little bit of my Rose. This is 918 from Chanel's lip balms. And this is one of the lip balms from Chanel that I keep repurchasing all the time. Now I want to go ahead and use the new eyeshadow palette in Cool. I have already tried it yesterday lightly, but let's go ahead and try it today. So I want to do a quick look, and then I'm going to be featuring this eyeshadow palette in different videos because I want to give you ideas on how to make the most of your Chanel makeup products and of your makeup products. So definitely make sure to subscribe. So I'm going to make more videos dedicated to the new Winter Glow makeup collection, Les Beiges Healthy Winter Glow makeup collection, and then I'm going to post more videos dedicated to the new Les Nuits makeup collection from Chanel because I think that it gives a lot of opportunities. The new Éclat de Nuit eyeshadow palette actually gives you the opportunity to use it in the office but also for a night out. So it's a great versatile eyeshadow palette that I love. This kind of eyeshadow palettes that give you a lot of opportunities. So we're creating just a very simple, healthy look today. And I'm going to take the Mousse Divine Beautiful, this is like a fairy tale color. I'm going to take it straight with my fingertip and apply it in the middle of my eyelid and all over my mobile eyelid because this is almost like, oh, it's like a fairy tale color that this is going to look beautiful in the summer, in the winter time. I can imagine this one in the winter time, in the snow when the sun is shining. So it's snowy, cold outside, but then I imagine blue skies and the sun is shining over the snow and you get all of these beautiful shimmers on the snow when you look at the snow. And I think that when the sun hits this color, it's going to look so incredibly beautiful. And I like that actually some of the colors lean a little bit more neutral to warm. It depends probably on the skin tone. On me, the colors would lean, some of the colors are cool and some of them lean more neutral, which is excellent. Now I want to use this deeper color here with a brush with firm bristles because I want to apply this color only almost like an eyeliner, close to the roots of the lashes. So I'm lightly going to apply this color here. I have to say that I'm loving this eyeshadow palette. These are my initial impressions. So just a little bit, and then I'm going to go over with the new eyeliner. This one is number 76. I definitely need to buy a backup of this eyeliner because it is such a beautiful brown color. It's just deepening the darkness a little bit. Next, finishing off the look with Le Volume de Chanel. Okay friends, and this is with one coat of Le Volume de Chanel. Then I'm going to move on to the next eye, apply one coat, and I'm going to be back to show you a trick to make your lashes really appear beautiful and doe-like lashes, but still look natural. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye as well to let this one dry. Okay, there we have it. Le Volume de Chanel is my most repurchased luxury mascara because it is so beautiful at getting the lashes separated. It gives enough volume, length. It does everything. It's like the perfect mascara. Now, once my lashes are dry, with the first coat of mascara, I'm just focusing on getting the mascara on the lashes. I'm going from the bottom to the top of the lashes, just making sure that my lashes are nice and separated, which is not hard using this mascara. It separates the lashes beautifully. Then after I'm done with my second eye, I'm go back to the first eye and I'm going to touch the eyelashes, just the bottoms of the eyelashes this time, because for me this always worked so beautifully and everyone always asks me what I have on my lashes. So you can make this as intense as you like, but the lashes become so much more visible. This is a trick that I like to use. Just with the second coat, touch the ends of the lashes, hold for a little while and then release. You can wiggle the brush sometimes, it all depends on your lashes, just to kind of style them the way you want them to be, to fluff them out. Try this trick and let me know how it works. Okay, so this is the length of the lashes. It's really impressive in real life. When somebody's sitting close to you, these lashes become really quite impressive. Try this trick and let me know how it works for you. For me, it always worked so nice. Now I'm switching the camera so that I can show you some comparison swatches that I find to be quite interesting. So this is the new Cool eyeshadow palette, Le Beige Cool eyeshadow palette. This is the Le Beige eyeshadow palette in light, and I think that this is the one eyeshadow palette from all of the Le Beige eyeshadow palettes that is a real cool eyeshadow palette. This one is also my favorite one, and it always sells out very quickly when it's restocked, so I'm going to keep an eye on this one. So as soon as I see it in stock, I'm going to let you know, because this is really beautiful. Then this one is the eyeshadow palette in Tender, and I think that these are going to be interesting for comparison. Now this is the new Le Beige Cool eyeshadow palette, and I find the color story to be very beautiful. Personally, I love it. I like the fact that these three colors, the first three colors, are so tender and absolutely stunning. This one, these two being my favorites, because let me go ahead and show you the swatches actually. This is how I made the swatches. So the first one, then from left to right. And let's go ahead and see the swatches. If you ask me, the colors are truly beautiful and divine, these three being my favorites, but I also like the last two, and you can probably see the beautiful shimmers here. This color is so divine. It reminds me a fairy tale. It reminds me a Disney princess kind of color. So these three colors are truly spectacular. I love them. They look so tender, so beautiful on the eyes. And then the last two colors are very, very pigmented. So they are truly soft, truly pigmented. So you can expect amazing pigmentation here with these two colors. And you can probably see also that these two colors have the teeniest, tiniest little shimmers, almost like, I think that the whole palette is celebrating little shimmers that we see in the snow right when the sunshine, right when the sun rays hit the snow. So this is what makes this eyeshadow palette so interesting to me. I am in love with this color. I'm not gonna lie, it's my princess color. It's like a unicorn color. Okay, I found the word, finally found the word. This is like a unicorn color. And it reminded me, initially when I swatched this one, it reminded me this eyeshadow palette, Aux Filles de Fleur. And this was part of a spring release from Chanel. And this color here had the similar, it looks white in the pan, but when I swatch it, it used to have this kind of almost like a unicorn quality to it. So I'm gonna swatch it here so that you can see what I mean, but it doesn't have glitters. So this one is even more beautiful if you ask me. It was a beautiful eyeshadow palette from Chanel's Leblanc makeup collection. They don't do Leblanc makeup collections anymore, but they just have spring makeup collections. It is truly beautiful, especially if the sunshine hits it. I can't take my eyes off this color. And then the other eyeshadow palette that I'm going to swatch is going to be the Cool eyeshadow palette, which is one of my favorite Chanel eyeshadow palettes. I recently actually purchased it because I thought that it's probably going to sell out quite quickly now that we have the Cool palette, and this one generally, it sells out very quickly. And here are the swatches. So these are the two eyeshadow palettes. So you can see that the new Cool eyeshadow palette leans more reddish, whereas the light eyeshadow palette, the light Le Beige eyeshadow palette, it leans more kind of purplish. I like both of them. I can't get over this color here, the unicorn color. It is so pretty. I'm just in love with this color. But this eyeshadow palette, again, it's going to be one of my all-time favorites from Chanel. And then I also want to go ahead and swatch the Tender eyeshadow palettes. You can see probably that this one is so loved, so used. This is a second one. I actually repurchased this one a while ago. And you can see that I almost have a dent here in this color because this is one of my favorite one and done eye colors. Okay, and this is the Tender eyeshadow palette. And you can probably see this shade here. This is a topper shade. So it does have tiny little glitters. Let me go ahead and show you. Okay, this is the color that we are talking about, but this one is not similar to this one in terms of texture because this is not like a topper shade. It can be used all over the eyelid and you are getting a base color and the little glitters. This one is different. This is more like a topper shade. You can use it alone if you want to, of course, but I would say that it's more like a topper shade, a topper color. Let's go ahead and see all of the swatches. So this is the light eyeshadow palette. Then we have the new Cool eyeshadow palette. And then we have the Tender. I think that all of them are beautiful creations from Chanel, but I just wanted to show you how they compare. Next, we're moving on to the new Eclat de Nuit eyeshadow palette, which I absolutely love. It's celebrating the smoky eye of Chanel, and I think that these two colors are quite unique because, and overall, I really love this eyeshadow palette because you can use it for every single day, even for office. If you work in an office, it's absolutely safe to be used in an office, and at the same time you can create beautiful smoky eye looks. So here Chanel were able to capture the smoky eye, but in a way that even people who don't like to wear a smoky eye will be able to wear a more intense look or to wear an everyday look. And this is something that I appreciate in a makeup palette, if you can go from day to night. Initially, when I saw this eyeshadow palette, I thought that some of the colors would be so similar to this eyeshadow palette, and I almost thought to myself, should I buy this one, or like, can we justify purchasing this one if you already have this one? I think that the purchase is justified because the colors are not the same. Okay, so take a look at the colors now, and I can't help but fall in love because this color here is my favorite. These two colors are stunning, absolutely stunning. And this is a very interesting color that I don't have in my collection, and that can be used all over the eyelid. It's just, I would buy the eyeshadow palette even only for this color here because it's so incredibly pretty. Okay, now let's go ahead and see also the holiday eyeshadow palette swatched. So this is how the colors compare, and I have to say that these colors from the holiday eyeshadow palette, they are a little bit more luminous compared to some of these. The black here in the new Eclat de Nuit eyeshadow palette is more matte compared to the black in the Holiday eyeshadow palette. The black here has tiny little glitters, tiny little, not glitters really, but it has some kind of a luminosity. And these colors almost have like a foil-like effect. They are quite luminous, absolutely beautiful. And I showed you actually in some of my videos, I showed you how I like to use this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to make sure to leave a link in the description box because I love to combine these colors. You can play beautifully with these colors by combining them and layering them actually on top of each other, and the effects that you get are so beautiful. But I can definitely justify having both of these eyeshadow palettes. Let me give you a good close-up. So this is Eclat de Nuit. And this one is the Holiday palette. Next, initially when I saw photos of this eyeshadow palette on the website, I initially thought about this eyeshadow palette. It used to be a limited edition for Chanel's summer makeup collection a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago or so. And I have long nails now and I find it hard to dip into this color, but doing my best. I wanted to compare this color here to this one, which initially I thought that might be similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it right here so that you can see them. They are not the same because this one has more green and this one is more like a taupe shade. And in case you wanted to see the browns as well, since we are swatching, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them here. Okay, so here are the browns. They are not the same. So the colors are not the same because this one has a little bit of, it's more like a bronzy color. These two are completely matte colors, whereas these two colors from the new Eclat de Nuit eyeshadow palette, they have some sheen, they have some luminosity, as you can see. And then finally, I have no idea why, but I thought I'm going to swatch also the Mediterranean eyeshadow palette because I think that it's one of the most loved Chanel eyeshadow palettes. So this is the Mediterranean eyeshadow palette. It doesn't have anything to do with the new Eclat de Nuit eyeshadow palette, but still I thought that I'm going to swatch it just because I know that so many people love this eyeshadow palette, and I thought, why not? We are playing with makeup today, and I felt inspired to have a look at some old eyeshadow palettes from Chanel. Let me know if you can think of another eyeshadow palette that might be similar, but I think that looking at my collection, I think that these were the ones that I wanted to swatch and that I wanted to compare. Now, overall, I would give the new Eclat de Nuit eyeshadow palette 10 out of 10. I love the performance, I love the quality, I love the color story, I love that it's very versatile eyeshadow palette and I can use it in the office for a daytime look, and I can easily put this one in my handbag and intensify the look and create a nighttime look. You can layer the colors, and don't forget to subscribe, turn the notification bell on because I can't wait to show you different looks using this eyeshadow palette. I'm very excited to use it. Okay friends, and that was all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me and for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, turn the notification bell on because for sure I'm going to create more looks, and I can't wait to share with you more ways to use these products because I'm very excited for these releases from Chanel. I also can't wait to try the spring makeup collection from Chanel, which is going to have two beautiful eyeshadow palettes. And once again, thank you so much, and until next time, bye!